hope you understood the meaning of holding company as per the Companies Act. And we also have seen one of the advantages and disadvantages of being a holding company. And now let us look into how a holding company presents their accounts. As laid down under Section 212 of the Companies Act 1956, a holding company requires to attach its balance sheet. The following documents and present the same to its shareholders also. One is a copy of the balance sheet of the subsidiary company have to be attached along with their final accounts. A copy of profit and loss account of the subsidiary company have to be attached along with the final accounts of the holding company. A copy of the report of the board of directors of the subsidiaries also need to be attached. And last but not least, most importantly, a copy of the auditor's report of the subsidiary companies need to be attached. And then a statement that indicates the extent of holding company's interest in the subsidiary company at the end of a particular accounting year of the subsidiary. So what is the holding company's interest? What proposal it is? So to that extent, what is the portion of share capital? What is the portion of all the assets which holds by the holding company? That have to be prepared in the form of statement and submitted. Next, where the financial year of the subsidiary company does not coincident with the financial year of the holding company, then we need to attach the following. Yes, that happens sometimes. The financial year of the subsidiary company may not coincide with the financial year of the holding company. So during that case, then we need to submit the following two documents. First, we need to see whether there are any changes in holding company's interest in subsidiary company since the close of financial year of the subsidiary company. Next, details of materials changes which they have incurred between the end of the financial year or the subsidiary company and end of the financial year of the holding company. So these two details need to be submitted when the financial year of the holding company does not match with the financial year of the holding company. So these are the important 6 plus 1 important, totally 7 document, 6 plus 1. So 6 is the general submission and the 7th one is based on the coincidence of accounting year. Here, as per the Indian Accounting Standard 21, it advises the holding company how to consolidate the financial statements along with the financial statements of subsidiary company. The Accounting Standard 21 come into effect in respect of accounting periods commencing on or after 1st April. You all know what is the accounting period. It starts from 1st April and ends with 31st of March. So if the accounting period commences on or after 1st April 2002 and ends on 31st March, then the accounting standard 21 is applicable to all the enterprises that prepare consolidated financial statement. So it has become mandatory hereafter. It is also mandatory for listed companies and banking companies. What are listed companies? You all must be knowing, right? So when the company is listed in under SEBI's control in share market, then it becomes as a listed company in either a National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange. Any form of stock exchanges, if their company's shares are listed, then it becomes as a listed company in all banking companies. So it is mandatory. As per the accounting standard 21, the consolidated financial statements would include profit and loss account, balance sheet, cash flow statement, notes of accounts except the typical notes, and the last but not least, especially applicable for the holding company, is segment reporting, in which segment it holds the maximum size. As per the accounting standard 21, also desires various important terms as well as treatment and same while preparing the consolidated financial statement. The consolidated financial statements should be prepared for both domestic as well as foreign subsidiaries. Now let us look into how to consolidate the balance sheet. So what are the procedures to be followed for the consolidation of balance sheet? It is most important for the students who are studying the corporate accounting, who are specializing the corporate accounting. So consolidation of balance sheet. The holding company is required to present to its shareholders, the consolidated balance sheet of holding company. So to present its shareholders the consolidated balance sheet of holding company and its subsidiaries. The consolidated balance sheet means it's nothing but adding up or combining the balance sheet of holding company and its subsidiary together. It boosts the financial statement to the different level. However, the assets and liabilities are straightforward. That is, added line to line. And combination of share capital, reserves and accumulated losses are not directly added in consolidated balance sheet. So with this limited background, let me take you to how to prepare a consolidated balance sheet. The following points need a special attention while preparing the consolidated balance sheet. One is the share of holding company and the share of holding company and the share of minority, which means outside shareholders. outside shareholders. Second, the date of balance sheet of holding company and that of various subsidiary companies must be seen. If it's not so, if it is not coinciding in the same date, if they are not so, then necessary adjustments must be made before consolidation. The third, date of acquisition of control in subsidiary companies is most important to decide the proportion in which we can take the share of minority. If the date is so smaller or so limited, then accordingly we need to calculate the proportion. For example, only 3 months or 2 months. And if the date is date of acquisition is so beginning, which means it covers 9 months, now 10 months, then it covers the maximum. If it covers the entire year, there is no simple we can put up as it is. We don't need to calculate any proportion based on the date of acquisition of control. It is similar like profit prior to incorporation, which you have seen in the third unit. So we used to calculate the sales ratio, time ratio based on the acquisition of control in the other companies. You remember that? The same way, if the date of acquisition differs, then we need to have such a calculation to calculate the proportion. And then intercompany owings. So if there is any transfer between holding and subsidiary companies, then so what is the intercompany holdings? Intercompany owings, what has to be given, what are the dues are there, what are the receivables and payables are there, that has to be adjusted. There's a simple logic, because when you have kind of what is that? The owings, dues or receivables. So you can't add on and keep that your receivables are huge and your payables are huge. It becomes window dressing to the balance sheet. So intercompany owings need to be counted. For example, if there is a 2 companies, X and Y, X has a receivable of 1 lakh from Y, and Y has a payable of 1 lakh to X. Then what we need to do? You can't say receivable in the balance sheet, in the consolidated balance sheet, receivable 1 lakh, payable 1 lakh. It can be adjusted. So that's why we need to follow the intercompany owings. At the same time, when you have receivables, when the holding company has receivables or payables, it has some profit proportion in which they have sent the goods to the other company. So that alone need to be calculated, not the cost. And the fifth point is the revaluation of fixed assets as on the date of acquisition. So when we calculated the valuation of shares, valuation of goodwill, we have taken the realizable value of assets, not the book value or cost of the asset. So what is the realizable value of assets in the market on the date of acquisition? Depreciations, adjustments on revaluation amount, all these things need to be adjusted. So that we have a lengthy discussion while solving the sums, while solving the problem, while consolidating with balance sheet of a holding company. So now let us get into the point number 3, the date of acquisition of control in subsidiary companies. is that? So from which we can, what do we need to calculate? And we need to show in the consolidated balance sheet. Point number 3, we are going to explain in detail. We need to learn that because there is a major workings while solving the problem of holding company. So this, in corporate accounting terms, we call this as cost of control or goodwill or capital reserve. Either one used to be occurred when preparing the consolidated balance sheet of a holding company. So how this has to be calculated, what it means. Meaning is most important, your understanding, because when you attend the MCQ test, definitely there will be a question on cost of control, goodwill, capital reserve. These terms will be there, at least 3 questions it will carry. I am revealing the questions. Definitely there will be 3 questions related to cost of control, goodwill and capital reserve. So when this has to be calculated, how this has to be calculated, what is the reflection of this in the consolidated balance sheet? That let us look into one by one. The holding company requires more than 50% of the shares of the subsidiary company. So this we all have a common understanding, right? So when a holding company acquires more than 15%, more than 50%, then it becomes holding company of that subsidiary. So that when you acquire more than 50%, then only this relationship comes, holding and subsidiary. The relationship establishes only when a company acquires more than 50% of the shares. Such shares may be acquired at a market price. It may be at a premium or at discount. So which means it may be above the face value of the share or it may be below the face value of share. This amount is reflected in the balance sheet of holding company. This amount is reflected in the balance sheet of holding company. In the asset side, as investment, it used to be reflected in the shares of the subsidiary company. This is the price paid for shares in the net assets of the subsidiary company on the date of acquisition. So if you acquire 4 years back, only those amount used to be reflected, not the current market price of the share. For example, if you have taken that in 2019, if you have acquired, so that price only used to be framed as investment and asset side of the holding company, not the present market price. So this is the price paid for shares in net assets of the subsidiary company as on the date of its acquisition. When the net assets of the subsidiary company consist of share capital, accumulated profits and reserves after all the adjustments whatever the subsidiary company has, and accumulated losses as on the date of acquisition. These are the component of net assets of the subsidiary company. If the amount paid by the holding company for the shares of subsidiary company is more than its proportionate share, we all learned this during acquisition of business itself. You remember that when a company acquires some shares, we call that as a purchase consideration. When the purchase consideration is more than the net asset value of the other company, then the differences we call as goodwill. Definitely we will have a question with respect to this in MCQ, both in semester as well as in internal. So what is MCQ? What is goodwill? What is goodwill? When a purchase consideration is more than the net asset value of the share, then it is called goodwill. Which means you are paying more than the net asset value whatever you acquire. So it means the company, why you need to pay more? Can you say why you need to pay more? Because the company has a reputation. For that purpose you are paying more. Not blunderly we need to pay. No. So by assessing the reputation of the company we pay more. So that is considered as goodwill, which is called as intangible assets in accounting terms. So if the amount paid by the holding company, come to the point now in holding company picture, if the amount paid by the holding company for the shares of subsidiary company is more than its proportionate share in the net assets of the subsidiary company as on the date of acquisition, of its acquisition, the difference is considered as goodwill in the balance sheet of holding company. Please make a note. Goodwill in the balance sheet of holding company. If there is excess of proportionate share, if there is an excess of proportionate share in net assets of subsidiary company, the intrinsic of shares acquired and the cost of shares acquired by the holding company, then there will be a capital reserve in favor of holding company, which means it is in reverse order. I will tell you from the acquisition point of view, when the purchase consideration of the company is less than the net asset value of the company's shares, then the excess, whatever we paid, it is called as goodwill. When there is a deficit, then it is called as capital reserve. So that's why from the holding company point of view, if there is an excess of proportionate share in net assets of the subsidiary company, intrinsic of shares acquired and the cost of shares acquired by the holding company, then there will be a capital reserve in favor of holding company. If the goodwill already exists in the balance sheet of holding company, or both the goodwill thus calculated need to be added up to the existing goodwill. For example, holding company already has an account in their balance sheet, goodwill rupees 1 lakh before acquiring the subsidiary company. After acquiring, then sum of goodwill arises to the extent of 2 lakhs, which means the purchase consideration is more than the net asset value. So 2 lakhs arises. Already you have 1 lakh in the holding company balance sheet itself before acquiring. Now you get 2 more lakhs. So now the holding company balance sheet shows the goodwill 3 lakhs. It has to be added up to the existing goodwill. If there is a capital reserve, then it has to be adjusted with the existing goodwill. That is an important point. Don't put capital reserve as it is, goodwill as it is. For example, 2 lakhs capital reserve arises due to the acquisition. and already you have 1 lakh in the holding company balance sheet, then how do you adjust this? So holding company has already goodwill 1 lakh. Capital reserve arises due to the acquisition of subsidiary company, which means it is a minus value, minus 2 lakhs. Then if you adjust this, 1 lakh in the holding company and 2 lakh in the subsidiary company capital reserve. So if the goodwill already exists, then we need to do this sort of alteration. So if you have 1 lakh in the goodwill in the asset side, and you get capital reserve due to the deficit purchase of net assets from the subsidiary company, then if you adjust this, you will get 1 lakh in the liability side. Now there is no goodwill. After acquisition, since you paid less amount while buying the net realizable value of resources of the subsidiary company, then you paid deficit. So that amount has to be adjusted with the existing goodwill. So in short, net amount resulting from goodwill and capital reserve will be shown in the consolidated balance sheet. It is sometimes it happens in vice versa also. Sometimes the balance sheet of the holding company before acquisition, it may have capital reserve, existing capital reserve, to the sum of rupees around, say for example, 1 lakh, you have capital reserve. And in the acquisition of the company, you got goodwill. You paid more than the net asset value of goodwill. It comes around 2 lakhs. So now if you adjust with the existing capital reserve, then the capital reserve gets eroded because 2 lakhs you have paid for goodwill. Capital reserve gets eroded by 1 lakh. Remaining 1 lakh you can post on the asset side of the balance sheet. It is goodwill. So I hope you understood this particular phenomena, and with this, let me take you to an exercise sum, particularly focusing on the calculation of goodwill. This in holding company we call this as cost of control. This in holding company we call this as cost of control. So how to calculate the cost of control or the goodwill in the following example I will be explaining. So now go through the sum which I have posted in the slide. Balance sheet of S Limited is on 31st March. Particularly the liability sides have been given because that's needed for our calculation. Share capital 40,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, so it comes around 4 lakhs. Reserves and surpluses, it's around 2,50,000. And secured loan, it's around 2,50,000. All other liabilities, it comes around 1 lakh. So in total, it has a liabilities of rupees 10 lakhs. In this above date, the H Limited, which means the holding company. So here we use the term H refers to holding, S refers to subsidiary. Since the first letter, we all know most of the sums in books also, they follow the similar, so that we will not get any confusion by having the name, different names, A, B, C, some letters or some other name. So H refers to holding company, S refers to subsidiary company. Simple. Now the balance sheet of subsidiary company is listed out. And the above date, H Limited has acquired 30,000 equity shares in S Limited for rupees 7,50,000. Fixed assets of S Limited were appreciated by 1,50,000. So with this additional information, you are expected to calculate the cost of control or goodwill. So now how to calculate? So what they have said is that, so we need to calculate first. Simple logic, please follow. Have we paid extra than the assets whatever we get, or we have paid less amount? That's what we need to calculate. If we have paid extra amount, then it can be referred as goodwill, or if we pay less amount than the net assets value, then it can be called as capital reserve. Now, how much we invested in the S Limited? Now, assume that we are H Limited, we are holding company. So now we are acquired 30,000 equity shares. So what is the total number of equity shares in the holding, in the subsidiary company? 40,000 they have, each carries 10 rupees. But now we are acquiring 30,000, which means more than 50%. What is the 50% of 40,000? 20,000 shares. So we are acquiring more than 20,000 shares. So now we are becoming a holding company. Please make this note. If it is less than 50%, we no need to calculate all these things. Sometimes it happens in MCQ test, even some of the exams, like some of the professional exams, they used to conduct this. They will give less than the 50% of the equity shares, which means if you understand the basic idea behind this, you will not go forward to calculate goodwill itself. We no need to calculate. You can choose the option. No need to calculate. So when you have acquisition of more than 50% of equity shares, then only you need to calculate the cost of control. Then only you get control at all first. So that is the basic understanding. Now let me facilitate you to solve the sum in a quick way. So what is that? What is that we need to do? So instead of showing you the sum now, I will explain you the concept, understand it, and then later I will reveal you the answer in the slide. Because as soon as you see the slide, you will get little confused. So first let me explain you how this has been calculated. So first please take into account share capital, reserves and surplus, secured loan, other liabilities, whatever is given. Now there is a small appreciation in the fixed assets of the company by rupees 1,50,000. Now take first, what is the cost of control? Cost of investment in the subsidiary company. Cost of investment, it is given in the question itself, 7,50,000. Now we need to subtract. We need to subtract whatever the portion we have acquired. What portion we have acquired? We have acquired 3/4 of the equity shares held by subsidiary company. So which means they have 40,000 equity shares, but here we acquired 30,000. That means 3/4. That portion we need to acquire. We need to take a note. This is most important. So now, what is that? 3/4 we acquired. So now, out of this share capital, 4 lakhs, what is the 3/4? 3/4 is 3 lakhs. So simple. Which means 30,000 equity shares, each rupees 10, then 30,000 into 10, 3 lakhs. Or we can also calculate 4 lakhs multiplied by 3/4, 3 lakhs. Then what is the shares in reserves and surplus? Reserves and surplus 2,50,000 they have. Of this, what is our share? What is the holding company share? So, of that 2,50,000, our control is only on 3/4 portion, because we acquired only 30,000 shares out of 40,000. So 3/4 only we have portion in the general reserve. We can't have a control over the entire 2,50,000. So after 2,50,000, the reserves and surplus, whatever they have, then 3/4 have to be subtracted. So how much is the 3/4? Yes, exactly. So out of 2,50,000, 3/4, post in the comment. Whatever I ask question, post in the comment. I need to see who are all are watching the video. So 3/4 is 1,87,500. 3/4 is 1,87,500. Right? So that is we call as capital profit. Did you come across this term before? Capital profit, revenue profit. What is capital profit? What is revenue profit? Where did you come across? Let me see who is going to respond in the comment. In the YouTube link, there is a comment. Please post. What is cap? Where did you? My question is, where did you come across this capital profit and revenue profit before this particular class? In corporate accounting. Don't say in general financial account. In corporate accounting, in our syllabus, where did you come across? Yes, you must have come across. Let me wait for 10 seconds. How many of you posting in comment? Let me check. Very good. I got 4 responses as of now. 7 responses. Excellent. And very good. 10 seconds over. I got 18 responses. Yeah, now I am getting flow. Fast responses is there. And most of you are correct. Profit prior to incorporation. Very good. Kesavan, Ganesh and S. Thomas have done well. Good. Kritika have done well. So these are right answers, some of the right answers, just to motivate you. But the answer is profit prior to incorporation. There we come across what is capital profit, what is revenue profit. The profit, whichever is there on the date of acquisition of your business, right? Or on the date of converted into your incorporation, then it is called capital profit. So after that, whatever we have gained, then we call that as a revenue profit. So through the sales ratio, through the time ratio, we calculate that in profit prior to incorporation. The same concept here. So before acquisition, whatever the reserves exist, to that portion we call this as capital profit. Now, what is the share in capital profit? So they say there is an appreciation of fixed assets, 1,50,000. So of this, because when acquiring itself, this fixed assets has been realized into the appreciation. It has been increased by 1,50,000. So it happens on the day of acquisition. So 3/4, we have only 3/4 control. Please keep that in mind. Don't take the entire 1,50,000 into your calculation. We have exactly the 3/4 control only we have. So on this 1,50,000, what is that 3/4? Quickly calculate. You all must be having calculator when you watch this class. 3/4 of 1,50,000, it comes around 1,12,500. Very good. I could see some of you started to post in comment. Excellent. So now we have share capital. The proportion of share capital is 3 lakhs. The proportion in reserves and surplus, that is to the extent of capital profit, is 1,87,500. And we have appreciation of fixed assets, that is 1,50,000. And 3/4 is to 1,12,500. So altogether it comes around 6 lakhs. But we are buying the shares for rupees 7,50,000. We are buying the shares of rupees 7,50,000. But the total net assets realized for that 7,50,000 is only 6 lakhs. Which means we are paying more than what has to be paid. We are paying more than what has to be paid. So in this background, what is arises now? We are paying more than what has to be paid. So what is that you call the extra amount, the excess amount we pay, the holding company pays to the subsidiary company? What do you call that? If you have watched the entire theory part, you must be able to say now in the comment. Yes? Can you say that? Yes. That is called as, very good. I could see few responses immediately in the comment box. That is called as goodwill. So how much we pay more? 7,50,000 we invest in the share. We are paying 7,50,000, but the cost of that particular person is 6 lakhs. So we are paying 1,50,000 more. That we call as a goodwill. That we call as goodwill. So now let me reveal you the statement. Now I will reveal you the statement. So now you can able to go through and brainstorm and able to apply. I hope you have written in the notebook. If you have written in a rough way, in a working manner, because through my lecture you should have done in a working manner. And now I will reveal you the statement, solution statement. Now you can copy as it is. Yeah? Good. See the statement. The cost of investment in subsidiary limited, yes limited, subsidiary company is 7,50,000. Then subtract the following 3 points. One is share in share capital, that is 4 lakhs. Of this 3/4 is 3 lakhs. And then share in reserves and surplus, that is of this capital profit 2,50,000. 3/4 it comes around 1,87,500. And then share in capital profit, it comes around, what is that? Appreciation of fixed assets, 1,50,000. Of this 3/4 is around 1,12,500. So altogether if you add, it comes around 6 lakhs. That is the total real cost, but we paid 7,50,000. So 7,50,000 we paid, that means we invested for the against 6 lakhs acquisition. So which means the difference is it comes around 1,50,000. We call this as goodwill. We call this as goodwill. Please make this calculation. Right? Please make this calculation properly and put up in all the holding company sums. This is the major calculation we come across. If you are good in this calculation, then you are the excellent problem solver in holding company sums. So any kind of holding company, this is the basic. So any sums, any difficult sums, if you know this, you can capture the entire background of the holding company, and you are able to make a sincere attempt in preparing the consolidated balance sheet of the holding company. I hope you understood this well, and now I request you to copy this as it is in your notebook, right, and have your understanding based on my explanation as a working note. Hope you all understood? Yes, good. If you all understood, type U in the comment box. Type U. What is that? U. Type U in the comment box. Yes, I could say many views. If you did not understand, type D in the chat box. Did not understand. I will repeat the sum for the benefit of all, because everyone should understand. Type U or type D in the chat box. Comment. This is an interactive assignment, interactive class. It's not that we are uploading some recorded session. So I will see all your comments before the webinar, whenever we conduct. Before that, I will see who have responded. Whoever did not respond, I will not get good internal mark. So now I will post you a question. So now based on this question, you need to answer in the comment, because all of you said you understood the sum. You understood the entire explanation. In fact, I could see more than 40 students have responded. Even in between, some of you joined. I know you have jumped in between, but I really appreciate your sincere efforts in watching this lecture and making the comment. And you also said because you must have acquired through some material which I have posted in this Swayam platform, in this NPTEL platform. So this class definitely will help you to understand the term goodwill from the holding company point of view, from acquisition of company, from other form of companies amalgamation and absorption, reconstruction. That's different. But here, from the holding company point of view, you got to know what are the way to calculate and what is goodwill first of all, what is capital reserve, what is cost of control. So now you are able to understand what is cost of control, what is goodwill, when the capital reserve arises, when does the capital reserve arise. Capital reserve used to be posted in liabilities, goodwill used to be posted in assets. How to adjust the goodwill, the existing goodwill. So all these things we have seen in this particular session. As I said, now I will post you a question. Question in the sense, in the same background, I will change the cost of investment amount. So here it has been given as 7,50,000. I will give you the different amount and I will ask you to calculate the cost of control in the form of either goodwill or capital reserve. So all of you ready? So you need to post immediately in the comment. I will check the timing also. When did you post? Not at randomly, occasionally you will post. No. Immediately, as soon as I post the question, you need to post. I will check the time of this video YouTube recording, which means it happens to be exactly at 49th minute. And when you are posting, in which time you are posting, what is your observation time in the video, what is your responding time, everything used to be posted. Everything used to be consolidated and analyzed from our Swayam platform. Suppose, in the above case, the cost of investment amounted to rupees 7 lakhs. How much is the goodwill? Post in the comment. Yes. Yeah, immediately you are able to pick up. Very good. Most of you are doing well. So 7 lakhs minus 6 lakhs. 1 lakh is the goodwill. Excellent. Suppose, let me post the next question. Suppose, in the above case, the cost of investment amounted to rupees 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. It means Yeah, very good. Zero. Which means we have purchased the share the exact cost of that share. We did not pay anything more. As per the valuation of share of the subsidiary company, we paid exactly. If we pay more, we can call it as goodwill. If we pay less, we can call it as capital reserve. But we paid exact amount. That's what it says. 6 lakhs cost of investment. Then if you subtract the 6 lakhs which we calculated in the rupees, then you will get 0. Now my next question. If the existing holding company's balance sheet has a goodwill of rupees 2 lakhs. Existing goodwill is 2 lakhs. How much is the accumulated goodwill? Suppose the cost of investment amounted to rupees 7,50,000. Cost of investment is amounted to rupees 7,50,000. Swayam courses will make you to assess. If you have commented, you are involved. Your involvement is assessed. So what is that? So cost of investment amounted to rupees 7,50,000. Same cost of investment as given in the question, but I am giving you an extra point. Existing goodwill of that subholding company is 2 lakhs. Now what is that? The accumulated goodwill. Yes, exactly. Now your goodwill will rise up to 3,50,000 as you are acquiring the shares of S Limited. Through that acquiring, you get a goodwill of 1,50,000, and now with that adjustment, your goodwill is raised to 3,50,000. Now let me proceed to the next question. Calculate the cost of control. Suppose in the above case, the cost of investment amounted to rupees 5 lakhs. Now what is the amount of cost of control? What it is? Is that goodwill or capital reserve? Post that in the comment. Good. Excellent. So now either you follow any platform, either Swayam platform or NPTEL platform or any platform. If you are watching this YouTube, if you are watching this recorded lecture, post in the comment. Yes, the answer is capital reserve. 5 lakh minus 6 lakhs. So 5 lakhs, how the 6 lakhs can be subtracted? Don't ask this question. 5 lakh minus 6 lakhs, you will get minus 1 lakh. So minus means that is capital reserve. Capital reserve is 1 lakh. This has to be written in the liability side of the balance sheet. Very good. If there is an existing goodwill in the holding company for rupees 2 lakhs, then you adjust that 1 lakh and post. So already you have goodwill in the consolidated balance sheet, in the holding company balance sheet before acquisition to the sum of rupees 2 lakhs. And you have now capital reserve rupees 1 lakh. Now if you adjust this, the goodwill will be reduced to 1 lakh. Now the consolidated balance sheet of the holding company will show you the goodwill only 1 lakh, because capital reserve is 1 lakh. It has to be, because it is in our liability side. If you adjust this, goodwill becomes 1 lakh. I hope you understood all these things well. So with this, let me stop and give you a quick recap. So till now, in the previous lecture and this lecture, we have seen what is holding company, what is the meaning according to Companies Act, according to a particular section, what are the advantages of holding company, what are the disadvantages of holding company, and how the accounting treatment is posted in holding company, how the accounting treatment is posted in holding company, and how to present the accounts of holding company, and how to consolidate the financial statement of holding company according to Accounting Standard 21. And then what are the points need to be considered while consolidation of holding company? Right? So share of minority, share of holding company, date of balance sheet of holding company, date of acquisition, intercompany dues, and revaluation of fixed assets or anything, what are the realizable on the date of acquisition. So these things need to be considered as consolidation of holding company. Then I have given you an illustration to solve the sum and then explained the concept behind that, and then we have gone through how to solve in conceptually. Don't think it is a formula or any statement form. Conceptually we need to understand and apply. Then only you can answer many of the MCQs. So with this we conclude this particular session. Thank you for giving your proper focus in watching this entire recording. So your Swank platform really and the NPTEL platform, the YouTube really helps us to share our knowledge. I also learn from you a lot through your comments. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a wonderful weekend.